You order your coffee. You find a seat. You open your laptop, and there it is. Free Wi-Fi. You tap connect without a second thought. It feels harmless, but the real answer is far stranger, because in that single tap, you may have just handed a complete stranger a front row seat to everything you do online. To see why, you need to understand one thing nobody explains. How does your device actually talk to the internet in that coffee shop? Picture the air around you. It is invisible, but it is full of tiny radio signals flying back and forth. When you connect to Wi-Fi, your device is not plugging into anything. It is shouting into the air. Your searches, your logins, your messages, all of it broadcast as signals to a little box called a router. The router is just the doorway to the wider internet. Here is the uncomfortable part. Shouting into the air means anyone nearby with the right tools can listen. Think of it like sending a postcard instead of a sealed letter. A postcard can be read by anyone who handles it along the way. A lot of what travels over open Wi-Fi is more like a postcard than a letter, and in a public place, you have no idea who else is in the room reading the mail. But eavesdropping is only the beginning. The real trap is cleverer. An attacker does not have to wait for you to join the real network. They can pretend to be it. This is called an evil twin. You look for the Wi-Fi and you see a network named Coffee Shop Free Wi-Fi. You connect. It feels right. But what if a stranger 2 tables away set up their own network with that exact same name? You cannot tell them apart. So you connect to the fake one, believing it is real. And now every single thing you do online flows through their device first. Experts call this a man-in-the-middle attack. Picture passing notes to a friend across a classroom. Now imagine someone sits down right between you. Every note you send, they read first, then pass along. You think you're talking privately, but there is someone in the middle, copying every word. You think you're talking to your bank. You're really talking to a stranger pretending to be your bank. You might think this is rare. The data says otherwise. A few years ago, the security company Avast set up fake Wi-Fi networks with friendly, trustworthy names at a major public event. In a short window, more than 1,000 people connected without hesitation. They were not careless. They were ordinary people doing the ordinary thing. Tapping the friendly free network. The trap worked because it was invisible. But what about that little padlock you sometimes see by a website address? That lock means encryption. Encryption just means scrambling. It seals your postcard inside a locked box, so even if someone grabs it in the middle, they only see meaningless nonsense. That lock is one of the best protections you have. But attackers have studied it too. A researcher named Moxie Marlinspike once built a tool that could quietly strip that lock away before a victim noticed it was gone. The lesson lasts to this day. When an attacker controls the network you're standing on, the ground beneath your feet cannot be fully trusted. So what do? You do not have to live in fear. You just have to stop trusting the air. First, the strongest shield is a VPN. A virtual private network builds a private sealed tunnel for everything you send. Even with a stranger in the middle, all they see is one solid, scrambled stream they cannot read. Second, save the important stuff for a connection you trust. Your bank, your passwords, anything that matters, do those on your phone's mobile data, not public Wi-Fi. Third, look for that lock symbol before you type anything sensitive, and never ignore a warning that a connection is not secure. And fourth, turn off the setting that lets your phone join open networks automatically before it connects to an evil twin on its own. Now, here is the part people get backwards. The dangerous network is not the one that looks broken. It is the one that looks perfect. The friendliest name. No password. No friction. The trap is not a glitch. The trap is how smooth it feels. So the next time you sit down with your coffee and see those two beautiful words, free Wi-Fi, pause for 1 second. Ask yourself who actually set this up. And if you cannot answer, treat the air as if someone is listening, because someone very well might be. You order your coffee. You find a seat. You see it. Free Wi-Fi. But now you understand what that tap really means. Not just a doorway to the internet. Possibly a doorway into your life.